Well, Gaffer, one of the most eagerly anticipated days in the footballing calendar is nearly upon us. I get the impression that you're just as eager as all the supporters are.
Yeah, I've definitely been looking forward to the start of the season, absolutely, because what you'd like to think is a little bit more normal, where you've got your supporters looking forward to supporting your players, and your players looking forward to seeing the supporters back in the stadium. And it was great against Plymouth. It was great, you know, even the smaller numbers in our last couple of pre-season friendlies at least created an atmosphere. But what it does, it gives us an empathy between the supporters and the players, and I think that's really important, because if supporters don't know players, it's hard to support somebody wholeheartedly that you don't really know. But when you get to know them and you realise, you know, they're nice lads, the interviews you do on the website stuff, the newspaper interviews, radio interviews, television interviews, you can see that we got a good group of lads that are worth cheering on. And once again, we've got a squad that will be 10% better with a very, very positive, supportive crowd that I'm sure we're going to get from our Yellow Army.
Now, amazingly, it's just 62 days that have separated the two seasons. How much of a challenge has that been? Not only putting together a new squad, but also ensuring that they are ready for this first competitive game.
Yeah, it was. You know, you had to be a mathematician to sort of like get it all in. It meant some days off were not off; they had to come in. We had to make sure that we got the right games, and that was difficult because we didn't finish obviously playing until late. A lot of teams in the Football League are obviously already starting to play their league games, so we couldn't play too many of them. It's good that we had the Plymouth game in, but as we speak now, I feel we're ready. I think we've done enough now. We've done the hard work, hard graft, we've done the information bit, you know, we've given them players. You have to work hard with players to retain, some players, to retain information, and that's important, so you have to go over it and over it. I think we've done that enough now, and we're going into the game with me feeling that the boys are ready, and that's good. And I wouldn't say that if I didn't feel we were, but the proof's in the pudding on Saturday. We'll see how sharp and how fit they look.
You just touched upon it there, Gary, is that that's another challenge that you face, isn't it? Trying to put together a competitive pre-season schedule. Very early days, but both the established spine of last season and the new players seem to be gelling together very, very well.
Yeah, they have gelled well, on and off the field, because both of them are important. I mean, some of them, you know, right from the off, were living together in our lodge, you know. So that was good, because most of them are all new. Danny Wright is the only one in that lodge that's been here previously, so he knew all the rules. So we put him in there as a matron. I don't think he does the cooking and the washing for them, but he keeps an eye on them. But there's some nice, good personalities and lads that are very nice off the pitch, nice people, but very competitive on the pitch, and that's the sort of character that you want if you're going to do well in the league.
And one of football's quirks, Altrincham, of course, were the last team that we played in the season proper before the playoffs. They started last season quite well before falling away a little bit. What are you expecting from Phil Parkinson's side on Saturday?
They're a decent football team. We've seen that in the two games that we played, so they do like to play, and you're going to have to be aware that they are a decent team, because it's not one of those against any team in this league where you can think that you can just turn up. No, you've got to turn up properly, and you've got to be ready to show that passion, the desire, the work rate, the quality. All those things have got to come out, because if you beat Altrincham, you're going to have to work hard. And they're coming down here. It's their first game of the season. I think they've got a few supporters coming down with them, so it's a long old trip for them. So thank God we're at home during this it's start of the season. But no, we're looking forward to it because it's the first game, whoever we were playing, and we've got to do all we can to win it, of course, and we'll see how it pans out.
And finally, Gaffer, I'm not expecting you to give us the lineup, but having assembled such a strong squad with competition in almost every part of the field, how close are you to knowing what your 11 is for Saturday?
I'm close now, as we speak. We're only a day or two away from the game. Always there's things that don't go out publicly that you have to deal with. Somebody's ill, somebody thinks they got COVID and then they haven't got COVID but they've missed a couple of days, you know. So to be fair, the 11 that starts, that I expect to start, would probably be the starting 11 that people probably would expect, almost. Now, I don't want to give anything away because I could be lying and I could be throwing a red herring in there, like. But you know, I'm in my head, I know who's starting, so we just got to make sure that over the next couple of training sessions they show me the faith that I'm showing in them.